What's up, my friends? John Baruti here from Baruti Success. How are you? Today, this week, we are talking about decisions, business decisions, life decisions, all kinds of decisions. Stay tuned. All right. So we are here this week. We are talking about decision. You know, the amazing things that we learn from our kids, and we don't even realize it a lot of times. I was out to dinner with my two beautiful kids, which I absolutely love going to dinner with them. I don't get enough time with them, especially because I have a teenager, well, two teenagers, that neither one of them, not saying that they don't want to be with their dad, but, they have other priorities. Friends, boyfriends, that kind of stuff. Thank God my son at 12 doesn't have a girlfriend yet, but he's got video games and other people that he wants to be with rather than daddy. So I have to fight and claw to get them to dinner, but I was able to, and I was super excited. It was St. Patrick's weekend, and we went out. And my daughter, my beautiful 17-year-old daughter, hits me with,
"You know what, Daddy? I only have 60 more years left."
And I'm like, what? What did you just say? Yeah, I have 60 more years only. And I'm like, oh, okay, honey. At first, I'm horrified that my beautiful 17-year-old girl is worried about death at 17. But then I have mixed reactions that I'm actually happy that my daughter realizes that life is finite and she wants to make the best of things. And so many things are going through my head when she's telling me this, that she only has 60 years left. And where does she get that factor from? Well, both my side of the family and her side of the family, we don't have long life history. So I get it. But I try to, appease her and she's going through a lot, as we all do. And why am I talking about my 17-year-old? Because what she said about only having 60 years, or I know my daughter has a lot of decisions to make. She's a junior in high school. She's thinking about what she's going to do in college. She's thinking about sports for this year and next year. She's got a lot of things going on. She's got to make a lot of decisions. And it made me think, I'm like, well, to be honest with you, I have the same issues with all the business people, all the entrepreneurs that I talk about and talk to. Making decisions is hard, and people don't make decisions easily. My daughter has the weight of the world on her shoulders, and I remember being her age, and I don't think I was as worried about what I was going to do, because I kind of knew I wanted to do something in finance. I wanted to make money. I wanted to, light the world on fire. So I kind of knew I was going to go down the business path, and I had that propensity that I read the Wall Street Journal when I was in middle school, investors, I was a nerd, okay? So I kind of knew what I wanted to do. My daughter doesn't know what she wants to do, as every other 17-year-old doesn't know. So she's struggling. And I realize it's not much different than all the entrepreneurs that I talk to every day that have struggles in their business. And it all comes down to making decisions. So the reason I wanted to make the video is, as entrepreneurs, me as an entrepreneur, I never had a problem making decisions. Sometimes I made decisions too quickly. But what I notice is decisions are paralyzing to a lot of people. A 17-year-old girl to a 60-year-old business person. And I was never paralyzed by decisions. I think that was, a good trait. But what people don't realize, and what I tried to explain to my daughter, is no matter what, just make a decision. That's the important part. If you're struggling in your business and you're not sure if you want to pivot, go this way or that way, or double down on marketing, or put more money into inventory, or whatever it is, or even if you're trying to decide at whatever age you are, what business or what school or what study you want to do in school. It's not as important to make a great decision as it is to make a decision. And I've said this so many times. You can make a decision and it can be a horrible decision. I have made horrible decisions. The beautiful thing about life, you can change it. You can pivot the decision. If you make a decision, and let's take my daughter for example. My daughter is going to choose avenue of study. She's going to choose a college. She gets in that college and she finds out very quickly, which I did. I went to Seton Hall for accounting originally, and I knew first semester, first year, freshman year, this ain't for me. And I changed it. I just pivoted, and I went to finance. I went to business business. Was it a disaster of a decision? No, it was a good decision. It got me to Seton Hall. It got me in towards the business curriculum. So decisions guide us, but they're not the end-all be-all. Just make a decision. I know a lot of times we labor, and here's the mistake I make a lot. Sometimes I make the decisions too quickly. I've learned, and what I'm trying to tell anybody that asks for advice, take a second. Put it on a piece of paper. I know that sounds stupid. Or put it in a Google Doc. Pros, cons, what do I want to get out of this? What is the end result? And then work backward. Well, the end result is I want to make a lot of money, right? I wanted to make a lot of money. Okay. Well, is making a lot of money going to make you that happy? Well, for me, I wanted to buy certain things. Okay. Well, what do you want to buy? Want to buy a house on the water? Got it. Want to buy a really nice car? Got it. Right? So define the things that you want and work backward. And don't be afraid to make a decision, because you can easily, I shouldn't say easily, you can pivot. And a lot of times the bad decisions, and this is going to sound weird, are the best decisions, because the bad decisions make you know, I don't want to do that. So choose something else. And then eventually you find your way, you find your thing, you find your happiness. And I really don't want to say happiness, you find your purpose. I'll do a whole nother video on being happy in entrepreneurship. Happiness is such a fleeting thing, right? I could be happy today, I just bought a brand new car. And then tomorrow, a customer's complaining because we didn't get a project in on time. Happiness is fleeting. For everybody that says you should do a business or a job that makes you happy, it's bull. It's bull. Because today I might be happy and tomorrow I might not because of certain decisions I make. It's not about happiness. It's about going towards something. And I like to say that something's a purpose. And I finally have found my groove, my purpose, which is awesome. But for my 17-year-old daughter, she hasn't gotten there. So I told her the same thing I'm going to tell you. Just make a decision. Don't worry about if it's the right decision. Think about it though. Take a day, take 2 days, write it down, pros, cons. Is this the best decision for me at this right time? And then jump, make it, and go forward. And as soon as you feel, man, this isn't right, I shouldn't have done this. Okay, pivot. Do it again. All right, well, I was going to do X, Y, and Z, and now I'm doing ABC. Is ABC the right way to go? And then make another decision. And if ABC isn't the right way to go, you can pivot again. But keep making decisions. Not making a decision is a decision, and it's a horrible decision, and it's a paralyzing decision. Don't do that. All right, so make sure you're making decisions, make sure you're making quick decisions, and here's the thing. If you realize you've made a bad decision, make a better decision right away and go with that. Glad to see you guys this week. I'll see you next week. Hopefully this helped you out a little bit. Love you guys. See ya.